Hey guys, Cameron here. Today I'm going to be giving my opinion on who the top 10 strongest characters in Boruto are. Keep in mind, characters that only appear in Shippuden like Kaguya won't be on the list, and I will only be including the strongest form of every character to prevent half the list from just being Naruto and Sasuke. Also, if you're watching this from far in the future after this was uploaded, keep in mind that this video might not be completely up to date as the Boruto series is still ongoing at the time of making this video. Getting into the actual list, at number 10 we have Kashin Koji. It feels like no one can agree on how strong Koji is, with one side saying he's complete garbage and the other side saying that he's a shinobi god, but I think he should be somewhere in the middle. Koji was able to fight with a 10% Jigen, which is very impressive since Jigen was strong enough to obliterate Naruto and Sasuke, so even at 10%, Jigen should still be extremely strong, and Koji being relative to him should be enough to put him at 10th place. Coming in ahead of Kashin Koji at number 9, we have Kinshiki Otsutsuki. Kinshiki is an Otsutsuki that came to Earth, and he's very strong since he was able to fight Sasuke twice. It is important to note that Sasuke was fatigued from opening a portal in these fights, but Sasuke still had a good chunk of his chakra in these encounters, which makes this a very good feat for Kinshiki. Kinshiki being this powerful is further backed up by a databook statement that says he can split worlds, which would make him at least small planet level. Moving on to number 8, we have Boruto, or more specifically Borushiki, which is the version of Boruto that gets possessed by Momoshiki through the Karma Seal. As we all know, Borushiki was able to destroy Sasuke's Rinnegan, but it's impossible to tell how strong Borushiki is from this feat because Sasuke was low on chakra and off guard. However, we do know that Borushiki is stronger than Kinshiki by seeing how well both of them are able to resist Shikamaru's shadow possession. When Kinshiki is caught under Shikamaru's shadow possession, he can't even lift a finger, while Boruto is strong enough to open his hand. This means that Boruto's raw strength surpasses Kinshiki's, which gives Boruto 8th place. Pulling ahead of Boruto at number 7, we have Fuse Momoshiki. He's in 7th place because he was able to fight an extremely fatigued Naruto and Sasuke at once, and while he kinda got slammed taijutsu wise, he was still able to tank hits from them without getting heavily damaged. His golem was also strong enough to overpower a fatigued Kurama avatar, which lets Momoshiki take the 7th spot. Coming in at number 6 is Delta. Now I know that putting Delta this high has probably pissed off a lot of people, but she has the feats to put her over Fuse Momoshiki and everyone else below her on the list. My reasoning for Delta being over Fuse Momoshiki is that Fuse Momoshiki was relative to a very fatigued Naruto, while Delta was fighting a 100% Naruto and managed to keep up with him in taijutsu. I've seen a lot of people try to say that Naruto wasn't using his full power against her, but this is directly contradicted by Naruto himself when he states he's going all out and Delta is able to throw hands with him right after that statement is made. Naruto also got tired and started huffing and puffing in the middle of the fight, which wouldn't happen if he was really holding back to a ridiculous degree. Now it is true that Naruto wasn't trying to kill Delta and only wanted to capture her, but this doesn't mean he wasn't going all out with his taijutsu. A good example of this is when Naruto fights Sasuke in the final valley, since he isn't trying to kill him but is still going all out. So this is my reasoning for putting Delta this high on the list, and if you disagree, call me an idiot in the comments or something. Anyways, moving on, at number 5 on the list is Sasuke. Sasuke was relative to Fuse Momoshiki when he was extremely drained from opening a portal, so at 100% he should obviously be stronger than him. On top of this, he's portrayed to be equal in power to Sage of Six Paths Naruto, who beat Delta, which places him above her as well. You can see that they're equal in power during their fight against Jigen, where they performed very similarly. You can argue that Naruto did slightly better during this fight, but the fact that it's debatable shows how close in power they are and puts Sasuke at number 5. Ranking higher than Sasuke at number 4 is Jigen. Jigen is so ridiculously strong that he was able to destroy Naruto and Sasuke at the same time. Jigen has chakra rods that he can shrink and enlarge on command, and they're strong enough to pierce Sasuke and block his sword slashes, which makes it one of the best abilities in the entire series. On top of this, Jigen has way more raw speed and strength than Sasuke, which is shown when he avoided all of Naruto and Sasuke's attacks with ease, and then one-shotted them out of their avatars. Hell, if I'm being honest, Jigen could probably beat everyone below him on the list at once in a fight, and took 4th place by a landslide. Coming in ahead of Jigen at number 3 is Code. While the current Code is much weaker than Jigen, Amato states that when he doesn't have his limiters, his combat abilities exceed Jigen's. While we haven't seen much of his abilities, we do know that Code can make claw marks that he can teleport to from anywhere, similar to Minato's flying Raijin. Now, it is possible that Code could be higher than 3rd on the list, but we haven't seen him fight all out without limiters yet, so we can't put him any higher than this for now. Moving on to number 2, we have Ishiki. Once Ishiki reincarnated, he got stronger than when he was in Jigen's body because Jigen couldn't handle his power. This is further confirmed by Boruto, who flat out calls Ishiki stronger than Jigen. Ishiki also has a new unnamed dojutsu which has the ability to summon extremely strong cubes that are capable of knocking Sasuke around and also have the ability to stop Naruto from sensing chakra. So to sum it up, Ishiki is just Jigen on steroids, which is why he's got the number 2 spot. Finally, last but definitely not least is Baryon Mode Naruto at number 1. I don't think anyone who's seen Baryon Mode in action is surprised at Naruto being number 1 on the list. Naruto was so strong in this form that he was able to completely dominate Ishiki in a fight, despite him being the strongest villain to appear in the entire franchise by far. Some people try to say that Ishiki is physically stronger than Naruto because he said the force from his attacks wasn't an issue. However, you can't use this statement to scale Ishiki above Naruto since Naruto was already extremely drained at this point in the fight. Ishiki being stronger than Naruto also makes no sense considering Kurama flat out stated that Naruto's power should definitely exceed Ishiki's once he enters Baryon mode, and he was destroying Ishiki before he got fatigued. Thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and watch the video on the end screen. Later.